how to manipulate women. Now look, fellas, there's only 3 steps that I'm ready to give y'all right now.
Manipulation tactics to use on a healed individual. Now this is method 10, lowering their self-esteem, aka the crouching hyena.
Never compliment her. You never compliment her face or her body. No.
In today's world of alpha males, sigma males, beta hermaphrodites, and all these personalities, I would assume that people are no longer manipulating others to be interested in them. But oh boy, was I wrong.
Okay, let's go.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome babes. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that each time I do post, you will be first to be notified, okay? Thank you. And if you are a returning subscriber, baby, you are welcome back. You are welcome back. As you can see from the title, we are reacting to people who are teaching others how to manipulate women. Let's get right into it.
Bro, why is your girlfriend so in love with you when you treat her like garbage? Have you ever heard of breadcrumbing? Breadcrumbing? No, what's that?
Well, you see, at the beginning of our relationship, I would shower her with love, gifts, all the attention that she could desire. 100% of my effort. This is what we call love bombing. Also, I can get my hooks in, get her addicted to my personality, convince her that I am her ideal man. But of course, as time would go by, I would take away a breadcrumb. 5% at most. Nothing for her to notice. But even if she did notice, nothing for her to complain about. It's just 5%. Now, all of a sudden, 100% of my effort becomes 95, 95, 90. Do you see where I'm going? Now, of course, it doesn't go all the way down to 0 that easily, for memory is such a fickle thing. But so when she does complain, what do you think I do then? Gaslight her? No, that comes later. No, I just give back the 5%. 80 becomes 85. But the sinister thing there is, all of a sudden, she's so grateful for 85 when I was originally giving her 100. 85 becomes a new 100 for her. The new 10 out of 10 of happiness for her. And then I just continue this process of whittling her down all the way to 0. At which point she'll be thanking me genuinely for using her like a dog. Why would anyone tolerate that? Oh, it's simple calculus. Losing 5 from 100 is 5%, but gaining 5 from 5, you just doubled. You've gained 100%. What is breadcrumbs to a king but a feast to a peasant?
The mental gymnastics, yo. The mental gymnastics. The mental gymnastics these people do every and anything than to be regular, normal, noble citizens of the world. Like, they will literally do all of this breadcrumbing, calculating. Oh, I took 5%. Babes, why not use this same energy, yeah? This energy you have, this intelligence that you have for calculus. Why not use it, okay, to be a better person? Why not use it to make the world a nicer place to be? Why not use it to show love? Why not use it to help build, buildings? Because men used to go to war. Men used to build things. Why not use this intellectual resource for good things? These manipulative people will do any and everything but to be normal, but to be healthy people, but to be healthy people. Why?
I am about to tell you how to make her very obsessed. This is very toxic, man. This is some dark matter stuff, but do not do this to everybody. Don't do this to them eaters, bro. This is high levels of manipulation, so be very careful what you do with this. Number 1, you need to treat her just like her father. I said this before, but let's go into depth. Open up every door for her. Don't ever let her pick up a bill. And you need to be someone that she can rely on. That's going to be a key factor in what happens next. Her best friend, the one that she can talk to with everything, you need to replace that. You need to be that type of beacon that she can just rely on. She's going to vent to you about everything because no one understands her like you. Second thing I want you to do after this is leave. Leave everything. No reason, just dip. So when she goes to open up that door again, she'll think about you. She got to pay for her own meals again. Oh my God. When she actually has to use her credit, oh my God. Then when she actually breaks down and goes to vent, her best friend's not gonna do the job no more. She's gonna come to you. I know we're not talking anymore, but can we please talk about this? I'm working. I'm telling you, bro, this is just so toxic, man. Oh, man, I hate to explain this. Number 3, the last and final thing, you never compliment her. You never compliment her face or her body. No. If she ever were to say, do I look good? It's cool. I like that color though. I like those earrings. I'm talking about all these tangible things. Oh my gosh.
This is toxic though. Don't do this to everyone. So who deserves to go through this? Don't compliment her, treat her like her dad, be sweet, then dip. Real men provide for their wives and they never leave, they never dip. The alpha male is always reliable. Is that not what you guys said? Alpha males are always reliable, right? Because anytime they're around, the other people know that, okay, we're in safe hands. But you claim to be an alpha male, but look at you. You are not consistent. You are sweet, you are then you dip. You're a fake alpha male. You are fake. In fact, you have never been an alpha male. Real men, those who provide. Do you think Mark Zuckerberg and all these people, they are doing this with their wives? No. Their wives know, oh, my husband is a provider. My husband is even, he's helping, he's improving the world. He's not going to provide for me today and tomorrow he's nowhere to be found. These real men, they are going for meetings, talking business, talking money, talking improvement, bringing the next biggest thing. So if you think you're a man by sitting down on social media and doing all these manipulation tactics, then sorry, baby. Sorry to disappoint you, but you're not. You're not a man. I don't know what you are, but you're not a man.
If you show vulnerability to somebody, they feel like they're getting a certain level of trust. What you do is you show vulnerability to somebody, but it's actually a false vulnerability. You make it look like you're very vulnerable, you're very sensitive, you're very on edge. Anything they say could push you over. You don't really have even control of your own emotion right now, but you're actually very in control. I might have a conversation where I talk about how hard it is for me to let people to get close to me. If I'm gonna open up to them, I just hope that they understand that that level of vulnerability that I'm showing is something that they can appreciate, because I don't show that to everybody. You can do shit like that, and when somebody hears that in their mind, they're thinking like, holy shit, like he's showing me something so special, like, yeah, I do trust you. And in their mind, they're in charge of the interaction. They feel like they're the one that is like, holy shit, I need to take care of this person here. And they feel like they're the ones that are making the decision to actually get close to you in that situation. And it's a really effective way at like bringing somebody like into your bubble. And now you've like, now they super trust you, you super, like everything is super cool, and you've played them the entire time.
There we go again. There we go again. Mental gymnastics. So they have the ability to be vulnerable, okay, or to show vulnerability, but they will rather not do it. They'll rather fake it. Why? I don't know. Or if you do this, let me know why you do this. Why not just be vulnerable to the person you care about? You care about the person cares about you. So you want to fake vulnerability to show them that you can be vulnerable. Then we wonder why most men bottle their emotions, okay, and then end up unaliving themselves. I'm not saying it's a good thing or it's no, but I'm saying these are the things you do. Society is telling you to bottle it in, show the fake side of you. How will your wife know that what she's helping you to deal with is the fake thing you are dealing with? That you actually have issues that needs to be worked on. Why not tell the problem, the legit problem, to your partner so that you can solve it together as partners?
How to manipulate women. Now look, fellas, there's only 3 steps that I'm ready to give y'all right now. So I'm gonna need you to lock in real quick. Starting with number 1, fake your personality. It sounds crazy, but it is what it is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All you gotta do, right, is just ask her what's her type. Ask her what her ex was like. Because 9 times out of 10, right, she stayed with him. Think about that for a second, right? If he was shooting from the three and his success rate was 98%, right? Would you change your jumper or would you keep it the same? Keep it the same, fellas. Do not be trying to change it up at all. 2, make plans with her. Now, when you make plans with her, I ain't talking about just doing the old ordinary thing, right? When you hang out with her, only hang out with her for a short amount of time, right? I'm talking about you with her for a smooth 30 minutes, kicking it, good vibes, and then boom, you get a call and say, it's business, you gotta go handle it, right? So now she gonna get this idea that you this busy man and that your time is valuable. So at that point, you can't waste no time. Don't be one of them guys that just stay OD long though, nah. Let her enjoy the moment. So then the next moment, she's gonna cherish it more. 3, always claim perfection. There's no room for errors, I'm telling you, fellas. Always be viewed as that husband type of guy, right? Even if you're not. And look. Never compliment her too much. You're gonna be just like every other guy that's blowing up her phone. We is not that, I'm telling you that now. Keep it at a bare minimum, right? If your boss always congratulated you on when you worked, you wouldn't be working as hard. You're gonna take it for granted. This game right here, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like this video and follow me for more advice. You might not see me again.
Where do I start from? So he made an analogy that if your boss is always congratulating you on working hard, you wouldn't work hard. What type of person are you? Because for me, if I'm doing something and my efforts are always noticed, right? And I'm always congratulated and appreciated, I would want to do more. That's how human beings are. If I give you something and you are very appreciative, the next time you come to me, I would want to give you, I would want to do more than I even did the last time. So I don't understand this advice. And there are people that will take this. Don't compliment your partner or don't compliment the person you like. Maybe when you're on your deathbed and there's nobody there, then you can compliment people. I don't know, because what are you doing with the compliments? Just give them, like, if the person is looking nice, they are looking nice. If they are smelling good, they are smelling good, and period.
Manipulation tactics to use on a healed individual. Now, this is method 8 and a big one, fake jealousy. Now, why would you want to do that? Jealousy is a net negative emotion. Well, the thing is, a lot of people act like the key to keeping someone on your roster or getting what you want out of someone is kind of to make them feel unwanted in a way. When I would argue a very important part is to make sure they feel wanted, however, not wanted enough sometimes. There was this one girl who would not believe I liked her no matter how hard I was love bombing, so I had to find a different way to speak her language. And one fateful day, she brought up another guy she was talking to, and did I care about the concept of her talking to somebody else? No, because I was talking to other people. But did I care about the fact that she brought it up to me? Yes, absolutely, because I'm like, what game is she trying to play now? So flatly, I lose my composure. I show a little bit of emotion. I'm gonna give you guys a raw reenactment. I was like, why would you tell me that? She was like, what? And I was like, you think I'm doing this with you? I will leave right now. And she's like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I was like, yes. It's embarrassing, I know. I try not to raise my voice like that at people, but she really forced my hand. But anyways, by that exchange, she couldn't discern what I was actually angry about. So she was like, oh my gosh, Bryce, I'm really sorry. I won't talk to him anymore. I didn't mean to, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I started to realize how much power I was wielding. And she never again questioned me on whether or not I liked her. So she either A, felt like she was in the doghouse, and or B, that jealousy gave her all the proof she needed that I liked her. And ever since I realized that, I've been cooking up this method and I've been in the field testing it. And I realized that this method has worked on me before. Like one time there was this girl who I swore up and down didn't really like me like that. But then I found out she stopped being friends with one of her friends because one of her friends was like trying to talk to me or something. And then I was like, oh, this is real. Because after that, I was all over her, completely wrapped around her finger. Literally. I'm joking, or am I? But before you get too excited and start doing this to people, you have to know that there are parameters to it, especially if you're planning on using this on a healed individual. Like, don't tweak, okay? Just make it clear that you don't like the concept of them doing whatever with somebody else. However, don't be overbearing. Don't try to control them. This is very similar to the being fixable method, because when you come to them with your insecurities, if you can do it in a very healthy way, that will be very advantageous for you. A lot of people don't understand how advantageous it is to have someone genuinely believe that they have the social upper hand in a situation, because here is the version of you in their head, the version that you're making up. This is them, and this right here is the real you. A lot of people are too prideful to have someone else believe that they're above them, but my thing is, if you're lying to them, why does it matter? The best manipulators in the world do not care what other people think as long as it advances towards their goal. And the thing with fake jealousy is you get a massive get out of jail free card. Because now that they genuinely believe that you care, you can get away with a lot of stuff you couldn't have before. Like, you can go a few days without texting them. Come back and be like, sorry, I was really going through it. They're so much less likely to question that because of your display of emotions when you were being jealous. Look, some people got too many people on the roster and they genuinely don't care what those people are doing. Some people are genuinely nonchalant. Some people genuinely just couldn't care less about that sort of thing. This method is for those people because you will be punished if you don't show some fake jealousy at one point or another. People nowadays are super good at pretending to care about things that in reality they couldn't care less about. So why not make that thing your love interest? Why not make that thing something about your significant other? It's really important to make sure.
I want to know if you've ever tried these type of things or someone has ever tried it on you. I want to know, like, what is the psychological reason behind these things? Like, do they do it because, like, wow, they want to feel special? But this guy is saying he also has a lot of people he's talking to, so it's not like this particular person you are doing it to is so special to you. Like, I'm confused.
Manipulation tactics to use on a healed individual. Now this is method 10, lowering their self-esteem, aka the crouching hyena. Now the key to this is to take their insecurities and make them feel worse about themselves and their overall marketability, therefore lowering their cachet. Now make sure you remember to use this for good, okay guys? Because you want to lower their confidence, okay? You want them to feel like they're lucky to even be talking to you for real. So you need to take shots at their marketability, their lack of skills, anything they're bad at essentially. An easy way to do this is making lighthearted jokes at their expense, okay? Now, the young lady did this to me the other day, and if it wasn't my own tactic, I 100% would have fell for it, okay? Because me, I have a lot of flaws, okay? I can't drive, I can't swim, I don't know how to ride a bike, I'm unemployed, technically. My dad abandoned me as a child, I have really bad handwriting, and I don't eat full meals, so there's a lot you can work with. The only thing that I bring to the table that's not, bodily is the other members of the roster. We all sit together like it's the Last Supper. Can you guess which character I am? But anyways, this young lady decided to poke fun at the fact that I can't drive. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm on a walk. And she was like, of course you are. You can't drive. And I sat there and I thought, I was like, should I maybe stop pursuing these baddies because I lack such a crucial skill? But then I was like, that's ridiculous because I remembered who I am. You have to make sure these people do not remember who they are. Now, where this young lady went wrong is she did this over text, okay? And it gave me far too much time to think and mull over the thoughts that her statement gave me, okay? When you make jokes at these people's expense, you kind of just gotta pile on them conversationally. Even if it's just changing the subject, because you do not want them to dwell on it, okay? Because then they will come to common sense conclusions. If you change the subject, they're just gonna remember immediately how it made them feel, and that's what's gonna stick with them. Now, the other thing is you don't want to be in a situation where this person notices that you're the one making them insecure, okay? So you got to combo this with, let's say it, my favorite thing in the world, love bombing. But do not, and I repeat, do not give them direct compliments based on their qualities, okay? We don't want to raise up that self-esteem. What you want to do is give them compliments that are relative to you. I love spending time with you. I've really liked getting to know you. Notice how there's nothing that you say there that they can apply to anybody else. You're tying that compliment to you two as a pair, okay? If you as a pair are gone, that compliment is gone. If you say something like, oh my gosh, you're so smart, you're so cool, you're attractive, all that stuff can apply to other people, and that's not what we want. And since you can't go all in with the love bombing like that, something that's going to be super important here is physical love bombing, okay? Be physically all over them. Make them know without even saying to them how you feel about them, with consent, of course. Balance is the key part of this. Obviously, you can't make them feel too bad, but you also can't let them feel too good when you're not around. Now, this is called the crouching hyena because you're making fun of them, laughing, ha ha ha, hyena, but you're also being subtle about it, okay? So you're crouching. Now, there's the standing hyena where you're really in their face about it. They know what's happening, but they're kind of just a glutton for punishment. So that one's less reliable and a bit more immoral. So I don't know if you want to do that. Just so
I've seen that there are tips and tricks that people are teaching, but is it that, like, as they are doing these things, they're like, oh, today I have loved her hair, I've made her feel bad about herself, so tomorrow I'll compliment her. Is this very intentional, or like it just comes with a personality disorder? Because genuinely, you have a roster of how to treat someone good and bad. Baby, get a life.
Dark love psychology. How men manipulate women to become obsessed with them. Here are 3 steps that they will take to look out for. Number 1, they search for an easy cooperative component, which is typically somebody very insecure, empathetic, and gullible. Then after they find them, they study them to discover what brings them pain and what brings them pleasure, which upon discovering, they will soon begin creating false narratives, pathological lies, and exaggerated and fabricated stories, so they can manipulate them to get them to think that they've been through the exact same thing and are feeling their exact same pain. They will also make sure they dispense enormous amounts of love and care, or will showcase this massive hopelessness in life and severe dependency on that woman to influence responsibility in nurturing, knowing it's in a woman's nature to nurture. For more signs on how to tell if someone is manipulating you in a relationship, click the plus sign and I'll see you in the next video.
So yes, they find if you are gullible, if you are empathetic, so that they can create stories and manipulate you with those stories. This is so exhausting, and I am not the one doing it. It's just draining. Like, till when? When do you do this and you're like, oh yeah, okay, now I think I'm retiring? Like, when? Because this sounds very, very draining. I'm not going to lie to you. So to the ladies, if you watch my other video, I'll pop it right here. Men hate women. If you watch the video to the end, there was a creator that talked about real men not being on social media doing all these things. So don't be discouraged, okay? Not all men are doing this manipulation tactics and doing all these toxic things. They are actually men who respect themselves, have respect for family, have respect for human beings, and they will treat you well. This will be the end of today's video. See you soon, but until then, my loves, God loves you, I love you, bye.